Director's notes. Life is not about adding more ifs. Chung's weekly management letter. Life is not about adding more ifs, but about eliminating them one by one. It was early in the morning. The people gathered in the meeting room looked both expectant and tense. They were preparing for a new business opportunity, and each person began to share an opinion. If we can strengthen the team a little more, we can do it. If the market improves a little, the opportunity will come. If customer response is confirmed, we can move forward in full scale. None of those words were wrong. In fact, they sounded realistic. And yet, when the meeting ended, what remained was not conviction, but vagueness. There was direction, but no decision. There was talk of possibility, but little preparation for execution. As I reflected on that moment, I realized there was one word that kept appearing again and again. That word was if. This is where both lives and organizations often begin to shake. We often confuse possibility. We think we are talking about opportunity, when in reality, we may simply be decorating an unprepared reality with hopeful words. This will work if this happens. I can do it if someone helps me. I can begin if circumstances improve. These words may sound like possibility, but in many cases, they are simply risks that have not yet been removed. And when we ignore risk while speaking only of hope, that is not vision. That is wishful thinking. Life is not changed by people who create more ifs. Life is changed by people who remove them one by one. Real ability, real leadership, and real growth all begin there. Many people say they will start when conditions get better. But the person who has prepared a coat and an umbrella sets out even in the cold and the rain. Many people say they will run when a good opportunity comes, but only the person who has prepared in advance can seize that opportunity the moment it arrives. People who fail often speak in ifs. Director's notes. People who succeed do not ignore uncertainty. They face it. They expose it. They prepare for it. They do not trust only one road. When one path is blocked, they prepare another. They do not rely on optimism alone. They build a plan B for the day things begin to shake. That is why their confidence is not vague. It does not come from emotion. It comes from preparation. It comes from knowing, even if this does not go as planned, I still have a way forward. Organizations are no different. When there are too many ifs inside an organization, meetings become long, execution becomes slow, and responsibility becomes blurred. People do not openly oppose, but no one takes ownership all the way to the end. There are too many assumptions and too many conditions. But healthy organizations ask different questions. They do not ask, what needs to happen before we can act? They ask, what must we prepare now so that we can move forward? Even if conditions are not ideal, they do not ask, what will we do if the environment improves? They ask, what must we change so that we will not be shaken? Even if the environment gets worse, they do not ask, what will we do when opportunity comes? They ask, what must we already have in place so that we do not miss it when it arrives? That difference in question eventually determines the destiny of an organization. We can think of Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. He did not begin because success was guaranteed. He began because he did not want to look back later in life and regret not even trying. His success did not come from saying, "Vamos a hacerlo si funciona." It came from removing risks one by one. and continuing to act. In the end, the future does not open to those who wait for better conditions. It opens to those who keep walking, while removing the obstacles on the road ahead. So today, perhaps we should ask ourselves in silence, am I speaking of possibility? Or am I glorifying a lack of planning? Am I hiding behind fear? Or am I preparing for the future in advance? What if, in my life, must I remove now? This week, choose preparation over vague expectation, structure over wishful thinking, and execution over waiting for the perfect moment. Life is not about adding more ifs. It is about eliminating them, one by one. I hope today's message brings a small but meaningful decision to your life and your organization. If this video was helpful, Director's Notes. Please subscribe, like, and stay with us. We will return with deeper insight and warmer stories on leadership and management. Thank you.